everyone, and welcome to this live review of the 2024-2025 lesson planners. Now, I will be going through this in terms of the special education mindset. I'm so excited that you're here, whether you are watching live with me here or you watching the replay. My name is Stephanie DeLussy. I am your resident IEP coach and special education teacher. I have taught special education for, oh my goodness, a lot of years, and I have taught everything from K through 12, inclusion, I've co-taught, I've done self-contained, resource, charter and public schools, multiple different states. So I'm really excited to bring my expertise to this video to share with you lesson planners that I've purchased with my own money. So nobody sent me any of these, and I'm going to kind of review them, but also show you the insides and tell you how I would use them or adapt them for special education, because we know a lot of the planners that are out there, we adapt them to fit our needs because they really aren't meant for us as special education teachers with the caseloads that we do have. So with that being said, the first one I do want to start with, and you've seen me talk about it already, it's because it is the planner that I designed for special education teachers. I just want to show it to you really quick. And after this, I will go through and link everything. So if there's one specific one that you're looking forward to seeing, or if there's one that I didn't show, there are some others that I did not purchase this year that were reviewed last year in last year's video, so I have also linked that, and then you'll find all the links to all of these planners in the description, no matter where you're watching, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of them have all of them linked. So I will make sure that you have all the links for all the things. If you have questions during the live, please leave them in the comments. I'm so excited to see you here. I will answer any questions that you have. If you are watching the replay, I will come back through periodically to check comments and answer any questions that you do have, but you can always reach out at support@mrsdscorner.com. All right, I want to start with the planner that I created for special education teachers, because it's the one that I get the most questions about. We do have our own IEP planner review, so I'm not going to go through it in super big detail, but I just do want to show it to you here as an option. And so let me pull, okay. So you have the option to purchase it as a digital download in our Teachers Pay Teachers shop. You can edit anything you want, print it, go have it bound at Office Depot or any paper store, or you can purchase it from Amazon. So there are a couple different cover options this year, which yay! So you can purchase it from Amazon, it's already bound, ready to go. You can use it as is. I'm not a huge fan of this. Amazon doesn't spiral bind though. So what I did was I took it to Office Depot, and for less than $6, I had them cut the spine and add a spiral binding for me. You can have them do that for you if you prefer the spiral binding. I also did get another one from Amazon. I had them cut the spine, and then I put the Happy Planner discs on it. I prepped that myself. So you can also do it this way as well. I really like the Happy Planner. I've never used the Happy Planner before. I like the Happy Planner discs because if you need more pages for things throughout the school year, you can just add them in, as to where with a spiral binding, you kind of can't do that. So let me show you inside of this really quick, and then I'll get to the other planners that we purchased. So I'm gonna move these over here. All right. The all-in-one IEP lesson planner. Again, you can purchase it on Amazon, or you can purchase it, the digital version, in the shop. So I really went through and thought about all of my time in all of the different classroom settings. What are all the things that I needed in a lesson planner that I had to make it within one, right? So you have classroom information, great at the beginning of your planner, so that way if you have a sub, all of that information is there. Classroom procedures, login information, paraprofessional schedules, which is never in any other lesson planners. Student services schedule, so if they have speech, OT, PT, you can link that there. School personnel contact information, that's important for IEP teams, whether it's an administrator, somebody at district, an advocate, somebody within the community, you have that option there. IEP team specialist contact information, caseload snapshots, and then it goes into your student profiles and your IEP snapshots. There are quite a few of these in here so that you can use them for your students. Let me make sure I didn't skip anything. I did not. Long range planning in terms of weeks. So this is for months. This is to go by week. And then it goes into by quarter. So you can plan by each quarter. And I tried to give you as many boxes as possible without them being too small for you to write in or be able to see what you're writing. Quick glance calendars for the rest of 2024 and then through 2025. IEP tracking calendars, and then a quarterly tracking calendar to keep track of who has an IEP meeting, when is it coming up, and what is due. Your IEP writing timeline along with your caseload timeline. Then you go into your planning months. And so you have July. This one starts July 2024 through June of 2025 because a lot of states in the South, the teachers go back at the end of July. I know our northern states, some of y'all are still in school right now because we're doing this at the beginning of June and y'all don't go back till maybe after Labor Day. So I wanted to make sure that everyone had access to all of the months that they needed when they were planning. So after you have your monthly calendar spread, which does include your priorities over here, your IEP dues this month, IEP dues next month, don't forget upcoming events, notes, and then a calendar snapshot of the next upcoming month. You have your related services checklist, and so you can keep track of student service times to make sure your students are getting the service minutes they rightfully deserve and need as outlined in their IEPs. Your month at a glance, so things that are coming up, deadlines that you have, priorities that you need to do. And then it goes into your blank planning pages. It also has top priorities, para schedule, and notes over here. Again, try to give you as many boxes as possible because I know that is one thing that we don't see, especially as resource teachers and inclusion teachers. We see so many students, we have huge caseloads, and often not enough times for boxes to fill in what we're teaching all of our small groups all at once. So I tried to give you as many as possible. I'm going to skip through all of the different months because they all look the same. And then it goes into your IEP meeting checklist and your IEP meeting minute notes. And so they're front back. And if you wanted to pull them out or use them to make more copies, you have options there. There are quite a few of these in here. Then it goes into collaboration log to keep track of who you're collaborating with, what you need to do next, like what your next steps are, which student you're collaborating with for. So the collaborations could be with like the gen ed teacher, one of your related service specialists, a tutor, a social worker, somebody else. So you have options or lots of pages for that. A bell curve poster with a bell curve conversion chart, which is great for when you have evaluations and explaining that. Your assessment timelines for state and district benchmarks and things like that. Student assessment scores if you wanted to keep track of that. You have your third-party billing. So if you bill for Medicaid, you have an option here to keep track of when you are billing and who you're billing for and check off or put the date for each day you're billing. Accommodation trackers, there's lots of pages of those. And then you have IEP goal trackers right after that. Then in the end, you're gonna have your parent contact log. You can copy and make additional copies if you want to. And then it goes into, there's lots of parent contact logs. Professional development log, if you want to keep track of your minutes that you were watching trainings or going to trainings, sitting in trainings, professional development. Keep track of it here for your CEUs, your continuing education credits. And then there's notes pages at the end. So this is the all-in-one IEP lesson planner. Again, there is a digital version on Teachers Pay Teachers in the Mrs. D's Corner Shop. And then this is available on Amazon as well. So I will go back through and link that for you. All right, into the other lesson planners. There are some that I ordered this year that I have not ever seen in person. I have not ever even looked at these yet, so this is my first honest review. I just took them all out of the boxes before this live, and so I'm really excited to look at them with you today and kind of go through them. The first one is the Rad and Happy Planner. This is the Education Edition. So this is more of like a leather bound planner. It does have, it's not spiral bound. It does have that flat spine, I guess, like the one that I ordered from Amazon. And I love Tara though and all the things that she does. So I'm really excited to look at this. Rad and Happy Planner. So you have your name, year, email. You have the grid paper. And then it goes into your year at a glance, birthdays, memories. This looks like grade paper, but you could also use it for tracking accommodations, tracking goals if you wanted to for students. There's quite a bit of pages for those. And then you have the calendar pages. I have never seen a calendar laid out like this, so I'm really excited. So the months are at the top, and I guess you would just circle or highlight or stamp or something the month that it is, and you have lines here to write things. It's a blank calendar, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then it goes through, okay, so the next, when you go through it this way, so you would do whatever month you're starting with, June, July, or if you're starting with August, and then you would just highlight the next month. But it does start with January, February, March at the top, so it doesn't start like a school calendar year with either July or August. It starts with the actual calendar year. So it goes through all of those months. There's quite a few of them. Why are there more? I feel like there's more than 12. Just seems like a lot. All right. And then there are a couple, it looks like coloring pages, which are super cute. Going into, I'm guessing these are the planning pages. The layout is very different than anything I've seen. So I love seeing different things to think about how we would use them in the classroom. So you have tasks down here, which would be good for like if you have things that you need to do every week, whether it's a duty or if you have tutoring or maybe, I don't know. It would depend if you have testing that week, if you're testing on those days, or if you have to make copies on certain days of the week. So it says tasks, and then there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you have a spot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different tasks. This is all to do. You have your months at the top and then the numbers at the month. So I guess you would circle the month and then maybe the week that it started or highlight the week. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then things to do next week. And it's laid out as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So things to do on different days of next week. So let me try and get this as close as possible so y'all can see it. I don't know that I love that all of these lines are here, especially for lesson planning, especially when you have larger caseloads. I like that there are lines though, so I don't have to guess like where I'm writing. But thinking about planning, even like in a self-contained classroom, there's no spots for different classes. So you would either have to color code your classes or highlight a box to show a different academic area. So there's no not alignment, but there's no boldness to that. It's just kind of here's Monday, here's Tuesday. So if you're thinking about that, thinking about this planner, that is something to keep in mind. But then it does go through, I'm thinking it goes through a month. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. And then there's more coloring pages, which are super cute. And then you go through another month and it's the same thing, more coloring pages. But what I'm noticing now that I'm looking at this, so this is intended to be January because then hearts would be the start of February. Rainbows and clouds would essentially be starting March, right? What is this one? And then there's Vikings, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. So May, Rockstar. No, it's just how it worked out. But then there's whales, so that would be what, June? Dinosaurs, love it. Pandas. So there's lots of different coloring pages in between the different months. This one's school related, so that one would be like August-y. Science, so you can do whichever way. And then, yeah, there's penguins at the end, so like December would be penguins, right? Pickles. I love it. All right, so that's through all of the lesson planning pages. You have more grid here. Then you just have notes with the date lined at the top. And this is what the date looks like through the lesson planning pages. So let me show you that again real quick, up close, so you can see the pages and see what I mean by there's no differentiation between different academic areas. You would have to create that within those columns yourself. But it goes through you have lots of note pages, and the backs of note pages has the dotted paper. So the rest of it is just this. And that is just a regular white sheet of paper. So this is the Rad and Happy Education Edition. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I like the coloring pages. I like how the layout is very different. I don't know that it fits special education, but I could see how it could work in a general education classroom. Again, do love it. I do like it. For me personally, I don't know that it would be my first choice. So let's look at the other ones. The next one that I purchased is an Erin Condren. So I purchased 2 separate ones from Erin Condren this year because they have different versions of their planners. So they've always had the teacher lesson planner and they've had the life planner. I've used both years ago in the classroom, the life planner and also the lesson planner. But now they have the focused, which is what it's called, the focused teacher lesson planner. And so it comes in this size. This is the regular lesson planner. So you can see the size difference. And with the Erin Condren planner, same as like the Happy planners, you can change out the covers, which I think is fun if you enjoy doing that, changing them out for months or holidays or themes, or you just get bored of the same cover all year long. You can change them out, which I do really like about the spiral binding and the Happy planner. You can change out the covers with some of them. So let's look at, I'm curious about this focus planner because I've never seen it before. Again, just ordered it for this while I was ordering the other lesson planner, saw that they had this and was like, let's give it a shot. So we have, I like how it's very modernized. So it just has like the all about me pages, events and volunteers. I like Erin Condren, the thickness of the paper that they use. Like, it's a really good quality of paper. I will give them that. There's a communication log. Then you have your calendar. And then it goes into your year plan. And then you have graph paper for seating charts, all of that fun stuff. There's quite a few pages of graph paper. Oh, I'm just kidding. Only like 2 pages of graph paper. You have holidays for 24 and 25. And then more holidays for 2025. Gotcha, because that starts in July. I picked the August through June. So the 24 holidays start in July, and then the holidays for 2025 show all of them. Then you have just line paper here, and then it goes into probably the last week of July the first week of July. So there's these pages at the beginning of the month, and then you have the tab for the month. Then you have the month calendar, and this is just a notes section over here. And then it goes into planning pages Monday through Friday. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. You could extend this line here to come out to make 7 blocks for each school day. If you wanted to do it vertical, but the words are hard right now. The days of the week go row wise. So your classes would go this way, or your groups would be in the columns. So there are 6 set out. This last one looks like a notes page. The line isn't as dark, but you could certainly make that a group of 7 if you wanted to have 7. So then you have multiple. This one is dated. So they date this one for you. And then you have some notes pages after the month that are just blank, like a notebook. And then it goes into the next month. So it goes into August. And so I'm going to skip through all of the months because they're all going to look the same. May, June, and then after the months, it goes into checklist pages. And there's just a bunch of blank checklists, which you could use for grade books, you could use for accommodation tracking, whatever you wanted. You could do goal tracking. I think it would be a little more difficult with this layout, but you could do accommodation tracking for sure on these what they're supposed to be used for is grades, but you could do accommodation tracking for sure. And that's what's left in this planner. That's all of this. And then there's a folder here, a double-sided folder. So folder, which you can't really see because it's white. And that's it. So that's all that's in the focus planner. I like that it's simple. I like that there's not all the extras and things like that, but some of the extras I feel like maybe we need. So I'm curious to see the difference between this year's lesson planner and the focused lesson planner, which is what that one was. So this one is just the regular run-of-the-mill lesson planner, and it's more colorful, I know that, than the other one. So you have all about me and events and volunteers. We're gonna see if I can hold it this way. Contact pages for communication log. It's labeled contact, and then you have communication log. It's only these 2 pages though, that's it. Then you have the 2024-2025 calendars. Then it goes into your year plan, so long range planning, but it starts at January here. So instead of starting at the school year calendar, it starts at January and goes down through December. Then it goes into graph paper, which is actual graph paper, not the grade book graph paper. You've got probably 4 or 5 pages of that, and then it goes into the months for your lesson planning. So that's the beginning. And then you have the month and your lesson plan pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, with that 7. So this one is dated. You have 6 spots, but you have like a notes spot over here, which you could turn into a 7th one if you wanted to. What I have done in the past with the Erin Condren planners is I have either split the box. If I have had more, and I've done this with different lesson planners, but specifically the Erin Condren lesson planner, I've made my own planner stickers using the full sheet Avery labels and PowerPoint. You could do it in Canva too. I think I did a training on this last year, so I'll leave the link. I'll come back and share the link with you after this in the comments. But you can make your own lesson plan stickers, and so I would label each one, but you could split these boxes because they're rather large, these boxes. You could split it. It's probably like a 2x2, and you could split it to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14 groups if you needed to. And then because your days go across and then your classes go this way, but you could split up, you know, time frames or whatever it may be to split them up more if you needed to. So you have all your lesson planning pages, and then it goes into the next month. So this would be for August. So let me skip through all of the lesson planning pages because they're all going to be the same, and go to, here's June. And then it goes into the checklist pages. So same as the other ones, just bigger format. Again, you can use this as a grade book. You could use this as an attendance book. You could use this for tracking accommodation use as well. So you have lots of these pages, all of these. The rest of the pages are that. This does come with some stickers. There are IEP stickers. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will take it. Average caseload is 17 students for across all different LREs, but I'll take that we're actually in here for stickers, guys. We have IEP stickers this year, which is exciting. I think one of them did last year too. And then you have these additional stickers, so take note. These stickers, so you do get quite a few. You get 3 planner pages of stickers, and then these are stickers as well, that if you wanted to use these as, I don't want to peel it off because I give these away at the end, but you could use, see how small those are? You could use those as your IEP planner stickers if you wanted to, instead of the other ones, or in addition to, once you run out of those ones, if you have a larger caseload. So you have that whole page there, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 96. So you have 96 here. So that's a good start if you wanted to use those for IEP stickers. And then you do have a folder in the back, double-sided, and you have one of these clear pouches. I want to say with Erin Condren, please don't quote me, go to the website and check out and see what you can add. I feel like you've always been able to add more things to it, maybe more planner pages, or there might be more gradebook pages. I know in the past you've been able to add more of these clear pouch pages and pockets and things. So some of these planners are more customizable than what you see here. I got the basic for every planner because I didn't want to say, get this planner, but add this, 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 and this. I wanted to give you just the base, and then if you wanted to add additional things, like with the Plum planners I'm going to show you, you can add a lot more into those, and I did not, just because there's so many options and you can really individualize it. But there are additional stickers here for the months, per month for the holidays that there are, and it tells you when to put them on what days. So they don't put them on the actual month. They do not. Okay, cool. And then the back half of this is just a notes page, and you can write on this with a dry erase marker, and it will come off with like a magic, not a magic, Mr. Sketch. Mr. Sketch. I always get magic eraser. No, it's not Mr. Sketch. It's a magic eraser. Mr. Sketch is the smelly marker. See, I told you, I always get them mixed up. I don't know why. I don't know why. But those are the Erin Condren planners. The next one that I have to show you is the Callie Danielle planner. I have never seen her planner. It was one that was recommended that I purchased to show y'all this year. And so I'm excited to look at it with you for the first time. Again, it's not a leather planner, like it's not leather, but it's not spiral bound. It is the hard spine, and it's not super, it's flexible, but it will bend in half if you're not careful. So I'm not sure. I wish it was sturdier, but I do like it. This is the cover that I chose. There's different cover options that she has. And then it goes into, so here's your first page. Then it goes into important dates and celebrations. And then it goes right into the months. I like that it's full color. I did like the Rad and Happy because you could color it yourself, which I would do during like staff meetings because I have to do something else while I'm listening. Just have to. But you have these options here you could add to it easily. So this one starts with July, and I'm imagining it probably goes to June. Yep, so this one is July to June, July 2024 to June of 25. So here's the month. This has notes. You have the previous month here, the next month here, and then these two are not holidays. Sorry, I'm looking at the holidays. The holidays are on the calendar. You have the weekend, you have a grid, graph, whatever there. And then it goes into the lesson planning pages, which I don't love because this is more of like, I feel like this is more of like a personal planner, but that's okay. Maybe what you're looking for. This is all the planning for Monday. This is all the planning for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have a meals block down here, a fitness block down here, and a hydration block down here. You have habits here that you can track. You could also turn that into tasks like we saw in the Rad and Happy planner. You have other bulleted marks here. You have a blank spot here, a little bit for Saturday and Sunday then as well, and you could color in the top. So you do have the coloring option at the top there. But not a lot of space for lesson planning if you were actually going to lesson plan in this for multiple different groups. It might be easier if you didn't have a lot of groups. There are coloring pages. And then you have one of these each at the end of each month, and then I believe it goes into the next month. It does. Then it goes into August. So I'm going to skip through all of the months, but there are coloring pages in between each. And May, June, summer. And then at the end, let's see what's at the end. We just have extra of these. So extra of the graph paper and extra of the line paper. And that is it. That is all that is within the Callie Danielle planner. So there's that option. The next one, I want to save this one for last because it came in like a pretty box. And I've never seen that one before, so we're going to save that one for last. The next two that I have are the Plum paper planners. And so I know for a fact that the Plum paper planners, you can customize these to no end with all different things. Home things, you can add additional pages. It does cost extra money to add additional pages, but there are options. They have additional sticker pages, like all of the things. So if you like the base planner itself, and you were like, man, I wish it had a habit tracker, or I wish that it had a fitness tracker, or I wish I could track my meals too, for personal use or whatever it may be. Check out the Plum Planner. They have all the things that you can add into their planners. And a lot of them too, like the Plum Planner, the Erin Condren, I do know that you can add, some of them you are able to add your name to it. Again, I did not, because I give all of these away at the end of this. I don't need 10 different planners, so I end up giving them all away, so I get them just basic as they come. I do really like this cover though. So there's two different sizes. So the reason that I got two different planners from Plum Planner, I did the same thing last year. They have planners for high school and middle school teachers, as well as then like an elementary planner. So I like to get those two different ones to show you the different options that are available. Just because you teach elementary doesn't mean you might like this version better and want this one instead of the elementary planner. So that's why I like to show you all the options that they have available. So this one I'm pretty sure is the high school, like the middle school, high school planner. It is the smaller size again. So this is the larger size. This is the smaller size. And all right, so we have the front You have your calendar planning days. There's 2025. Special dates, which you could use for birthdays or theme planning. Ideas, plans, and goals that are all blank. So you could use those for your IEP planning. When do you have your IEP meetings? When do you have re-evals? It could be when do you have assemblies or CBI trips, your curriculum-based instruction trips. You could use those blank pages for that. I really like that a lot. I like the blank pages. Then it goes into the months. So then you have notes, and then it goes into just the blank front cover of the tab. And then it goes into, so this one is July through June. You have those front pages to plan out. And then this one is dated. Yes, this one is dated. So here is July. Again, just a calendar, notes pages, and then your next calendar month here on the bottom. It does have, this one I did, how you had the option to put in when the moon is. And I was like, yes, we need to know when the full moon is and the new moon, because those are very important dates in the teaching world. So I had them added in here. So you can see that we have a new moon coming up July 5th and then a full moon coming up July 21st. So I did put those in there for whoever wins this planner. Then it goes into the planning pages. I want to get this one close because there are 1, 2, 3. So months, 1, 2, there are 7 blocks. And you can see there's a yellowish line there that separates the blocks. So you could easily, if you wanted to, make more blocks, cut one in half to do a group here, and do 14. Or just use however you wanted to fill in the blocks that you needed for all of your different student small groups that you do have. So that's how those look. And then it goes into the next month, same thing, calendar, and then it goes into the lesson planning pages. And so I'm going to skip through all the lesson planning pages to get to the rest. Then you have your checklists, which again can be used for attendance, can be used for grades, can be used for accommodation tracking. Lots of options there. You could also track this for like Medicaid billing, related services. There's lots of these pages in here. You can see all of these pages here. Can't see it. There's lots of pages. There's probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. So you got double-sided, 10 pages. You could track a lot of things there. Then it goes into my class at the end. And it says this year's goal in 3 words. So making your goals, personal goals, professional goals, planning goals, organizational goals. I do like that. The year at a glance. Okay, so your year at a glance is at the end. Then you have class schedule, which is laid out by time frame. So especially for those who have periods or time, like specific time frames or blocks. That's good. And then you have substitute information for if you have a sub that you love to have in your classroom. Field trips and special events, your volunteer list. Then it goes into classroom resources. So the subject, the book, or the website, and there's a $sign. So I'm imagining, do I have to pay for it? Did I pay for it? Who paid for it? I don't know what the $sign. Oh. No, well, the next page is classroom expenses. So there's another line to show if you got reimbursed for it. Then it goes into a behavior log. I like how this behavior log is laid out. I don't feel like there's enough room. So one behavior goes on a singular line. I don't feel like that's enough room for some behaviors that we see in the classroom. But I do like you have date, student, behavior, action taken, and then contact. And there's little icons for you to circle. I do really like that layout. There's not enough room. So maybe it's just like a basic keep track for you kind of thing where you have a separate behavior log full of data sheets and all of that. Parent communication, student contacts with their parent information, student health information for allergies and medication, which I would be careful keeping that in your lesson planner, just confidentiality reasons if anybody ever gets a hold of it. Personal development, passwords, this year's goals. So then at the end, you reflect on your goals. I like that. So at the beginning of this section, There is my goals for this year, goals, and then at the end you do your reflections, which is really good. Then you have graph paper, like the dots, more contacts at the end, passwords, 2026 calendar, and then there are some stickers. Let's see. These are middle school, high school stickers. There are no IEP stickers. That makes me sad, but that's okay. I feel like you could probably add them in if you added in like another section. I tried to find them when I did the quick order, but was not able to. But you have 2 pages of stickers, and then it goes into a folder here and a folder on the back. So this is the Plum Paper Planner, the high school, middle school, high school version. So let's look at the Plum Planner elementary school version. It's probably very similar in terms of like how it's laid out. So you have your years, and then 2025, you have your special days, so birthdays, trips, ideas, plans, and goals, again, which you could use for a variety of different things. Then it goes into your months, birthdays, events, things to remember, a full note page, goes into the calendar. I did get the moons put on this one as well. You're welcome. And then you have your planning pages. So this one is set up differently. This one goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So your days of the week are the columns, and your rows are the classes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. You could easily, if you needed to, split each of those blocks into 3. Wouldn't give you a lot of space, but it would give you enough to put a basic what we're doing or what the lesson is about. Or you could split it into 2s and have 14 groups. So that one, this one, in the bigger size, you could easily split a block into 3s or 2s and have more than just 7 if you needed to have that many groups. July, so this one is dated. It goes through the calendar. Week at a glance. So this goes into the next month, prep work, and then it goes into August. So let's go to the back and go to my class. I'm imagining it looks exactly the same as the other one. It does. Everything is the same, it's just bigger. So what we saw for these pages here is the same as the high school one, year at a glance. Well, you have a seating chart here. That wasn't in the other one. You do have a class schedule. It looks the same actually. You have your times as well. And then you have student information, student health information, field trips, volunteer lists, student birthdays, classroom resources, classroom expenses, parent communication, student contacts, behavior log. I mean, because this one is bigger, you have a little bit more room, but this is the space to write your behavior in, which might not be enough room. Unless you have codes, you could write the codes in there. Professional development, passwords, and then your goals. Then you have your graph paper at the end, or your grade paper, however you want to use that to track different things. There's your graph paper, your dotted paper, and then contacts, passwords, more stickers. Do we have IEP sticker? Oh, hold on. Maybe I missed them in this one. I see 4 IEP stickers. Nope, not in this one. In this bigger one, there are 4 IEP stickers. But we're in there. We're in there, guys. We're in there. That's exciting. So you have 4 there. You have 1 page, 2 pages of stickers in this one. So there's 2 different pages. 1, 2, and then you have your pocket. So these are the Plum planners, Plum paper planners, high school, middle school, elementary. They're the same thing, different size. This one's a little more colorful, but they're essentially the same thing, really. Last year, I feel like they were a little bit more different than that, but you'll have to watch last year's planner review, which is linked below this training. We have 3 more planners to get through. We'll go through this real quick. Good things are coming. This is the Bloom planner. I thought I grabbed a blue sky planner too. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it didn't come yet. I thought I had a blue sky one. I know I did a blue sky planner last year. So if you want to watch last year's, the blue skies in here, in that planner review. This is the Bloom planner. I purchased this one off of Amazon. It has a pocket here, which I'm curious, I guess if it's flat. I mean, I don't know if I like how that pocket is, but personal preference. Then you have your information. Create a mission statement for your ideal year, your word of the year. Ready, set, grow. What is this? Welcome to the Bloom community. It's just about the company. A letter to myself. I like that. At the beginning of the year, a letter to yourself. That's good. 2024, 2025 calendars. I cannot read this cursive upside down. Where you are and where you're going. So personal growth, relationships, health and fitness. So rate your lifestyle. And then you have your values, the year of more and less. So this really focuses on like self-growth, which I really like. Random acts of kindness. My joy list. I love myself because I feel best when. Those are great pages to fill out at the beginning of the year when you're in like not survival mode. So when you're in survival mode throughout the rest of the school year, you can go back and look and see those things and you're like, that's right. Woosah, I can do this. This year's wishes, visions. My ideal week, my weekly schedule template. So you use it this way. My monthly schedule template, which is this way. Income and expenses. You might be able to use this somehow and like white out some of these words and use it for Medicaid tracking, unless you wanted to use it to track your personal expenses, that's fine. Monthly bill payment tracker. Oh, so these go together. You could totally use these as Medicaid tracking though. Students, date due, did I do it? Yes. What date or check mark each month. We would totally use that as a Medicaid biller. Then it goes into habit tracking. You have lined paper, lots of note pages, just notebook paper. Then it goes into July. Here is July's calendar spread. So then you have just note section over here, and you have the next month here, the previous month here. And these are your lesson planning pages or your planner pages. This isn't necessarily a lesson planner, it is a calendar. So keep that in mind. This is one that y'all wanted me to look at though. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You could easily do, you have 7, and you could split each one into 5 or split these in 2s and not do it by week and just plan out your weekly small groups if you wanted to do it that way. Essentially, it's just notebook paper split up is how I feel about that for planning. I don't know that I like that for lesson planning. There's probably ways that you could adapt it, but at that point, that's a lot of adapting depending upon your needs. So I'm going to go through the rest of these, July, August, but that's it. Month highlights, important dates, and a year of growth. So coming back, the beginning, you had the beginning, how you were feeling, and then at the end you have all of these too. So there are some stickers. We have stickers, but they're mostly just personal stickers. So this is more of a life planner, I guess, essentially what Erin Condren Company calls it. A life planner, a life calendar, not necessarily a lesson planner. So if you're looking more for a calendar to keep track of personal things, this is your go-to. If you don't want to have all of your lesson planning, all of the things, you just want the basics, this is it for you. The next one is the Happy Planner, which I know so many people love. I ordered this one off of their website. You can get Happy Planners just about anywhere now. I know Michael sells them, Hobby Lobby. I think Walmart and Target sell them now, right? But I ordered this one from their website because I didn't feel like going anywhere to go get them. And I don't know that they have them out yet. So I just ordered it from their website, but you can order them on Amazon too. You can change out the covers. I like with the Erin Condren and with the Happy Planner and even the Plum Planners, I liked how thick the cover is. I don't like a flexible cover, really. So I like how thick this is. I gotta take off this so that we can actually look through it. Proof that I have not gone through any of these yet. All right, Happy Planner. You can change out the discs. You can get different color discs. Like I showed you my IEP planner. I had purchased a discounted Happy Planner at the end of last year because I really liked the disc colors. Some of these discs are really expensive. So that's why I bought a whole planner on clearance and saved it so that I could use the discs because it was much cheaper than buying just the discs. But you can change them out. You can get I actually have my Happy Planner punch sitting here. There are 2 different sizes of Happy Planner punches. You have this one and you have a smaller one. So just make sure you're getting the right one. If you're using the bigger planner, you need this one. Let me show you, I have the smaller one. Last year I bought the small one. You can see the difference in size. Like I missed a whole bunch last year when I went to punch my things. So make sure that you get the bigger Happy Planner punch. If you want to add pages into your planner throughout the school year, make sure you get it. I got this at Michael's. I used a coupon. Make sure you use a coupon. You can probably get it anywhere else, but I wasn't paying full price for it because I know I can use coupons. So you can change out the discs, you can take pages out, you can add pages. That's what I really like about the Happy Planner itself and the whole Happy Planner system. They have a whole system. You can buy extra pages. You can buy all the stickers. They have like sticker books and things, and you can change out your covers, and it's a whole thing. So if you love that, this one might be for you. Just in terms of like the system itself, not necessarily the pages inside. But you could add your own pages. So there is that pro. All right, so Happy Planner. Calendar, school, schedule, reliable students, reliable teachers, additional notes for the substitute is what this one is. The months. They did this last year with this map of the months, and I really, really liked it. So you have this calendar, this is a month, and it puts the days. Goes through the next month, and then it starts with the month. So you have July is where it's going to start. Here is your July calendar. Then it goes into your planning pages. There are 7 blocks. So your months or your days of the week go across like a row. Your classes are going to go vertical in the columns. You could, again, split each one. You could probably even split it into 4s if you really wanted to. You have to write really small, be very succinct with what you're writing in there. But I know I had shorthand code for all the things. If I was doing a lesson on something, I had shorthand code, so I knew like what a jumble of letters meant, but nobody else probably did, but I knew what it meant. So if you wanted to do that, you could split it in 4s. It would give you 28 different sections in a week, or you can just do it per class and write however you wanted. Again, you can make your own stickers. I will go back and link that video for you here in the comments, but I would create my own stickers and put them here. And then like every Tuesday during this period, we would have like computer class, right? So I would make a computer class sticker so I didn't have to write it, and I would just cut it out and stick it there. So you have that option. Or maybe they have stickers with the Happy Planner for those different things. Then it goes into August. So I'm going to skip through the months because they're all the same. They're all laid out the same. And June. So this one goes July to June. And then it goes into classroom checklists. So again, attendance tracker, accommodation tracker. You could probably do Medicaid tracking in here if you wanted to. There's lots of different pages. And what I like about these is, and the Erin Condren Planner taught me how to do this. I'm not gonna fold it because whoever wins this one might not want it. You can fold, once you finish this, you can fold this here. So when you fold it, you don't have to write your class name list again. See, or you can if you want to use this for tracking something else, but you have that option. And then there's no like folders or anything at the end. Again, you might be able to buy extra ones. I don't know. It's all depending upon what you want, but that is the Happy Planner. So that's pretty much it. You get your lesson planner, your pages, a couple of classroom pages, and you can add whatever you want to it though at any time, not just when you're building it on the website because it has the discs. You just get the punch, add your pages in, and you're good to go. All right, I saved this one for last. A friend of mine recently purchased this for herself. She is not a teacher, but she was like, you need to check it out. And so I wanted to buy it to see what it's about because I had never heard of it. She showed me hers and I was like, Ooh, I like it. So this one is called the Day Designer. It comes in a fancy box. If you check last year's planner review, we did the simplified Emily Lay planner. And so that one is in that training. I didn't order it again this year. I've ordered that one twice and it was the same, just different years. So I wanted to order something different this year and I got the Day Planner to show y'all a different option. It comes look, it comes in bubble wrap and a fancy bag. All right, and you know I picked the black and white one because I love black and white. But here is the Day Designer. It has a really thick gold spiral. I really like it. This is really, really thick, so you are not bending this, which I love, love, love. There are some stickers. There's a pocket in the front. There are some stickers in here. And because it's not a lesson planner, I'm imagining there's probably not IEPs, but it says to do, meeting, party, vacation, me time, exercise, birthday, payday, due date, don't forget, and then there's some other really cute just gold stickers. And it's the same thing on 2 sheets. So you get 2 sheets of that. I want to put it back in here nicely, but it's not going to work. So I'm just going to put them in there. All right, let's see what this planner is all about. My hair. All right. Day Designer. Designer belongs to. The word of the year is. It does have one of these. The Erin Condren planners always come with these, so you can keep track of your days or where you are, how to use your Day Designer, the story of the Day Designer. Then it has the self-assessment, and then you have important values to me, your top values, your top passions, your top strengths, and then my goals. So let's see what this says. It tells you, so balanced goals help you live with intention. So this side is for goals, your 3, 6, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12 months. There's a self-care, relationship, personal development, resources, and vocation goal. And then you have my plan, what steps do I need to take to get there? Then it goes into my ideal month, and it works this way. This one is ideal week, making it happen, which is just graph paper. So here's the month and the week. Then we have holidays and birthdays and other important dates. So you add that there, and then it goes into the months. So you have your calendar. It is pre-dated. There are some holidays on here, like in July, it's just lists Independence Day, but you have this. I feel like there's a lot of empty space up here. Like we could have done something up there, like to color in, but it's not a lesson planner, so that makes sense. You could doodle your own in and color them in. So these are your days. This is Monday, Tuesday. So each page is a day of the week. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. I know my days of the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So with that being said, you could, why does it start 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, maybe the hours. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then 12, and then 1 p.m., 2 p.m. So you can see, I'm just going to do this so that you can see one page at a time. You can see that it has hours here, which is what I'm assuming that those are. Your to-do list. You have anything that's due, dinner, don't forget, dollars, your top 3 for the day. Your date is up here. You have notes here, your daily gratitude here. But if you wanted to, and how I would do this, is have a line, and I would go maybe like a line here. So you could essentially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17 groups. And so what I would do, if it were me using this as a lesson planner, I would put my small group here. I wouldn't even use the hours. I would just do them in order of how I saw my students throughout the day. And I would do the small group here, whatever the activity was, and then the to-do, if I had to do something for it, or if maybe there was like a standard and I wanted to link the standard to that lesson, I would use it across, but separate it. Or if you needed more than 17 and you had more groups, you could do it that way. You could block it off if you needed to, but I like that one day is a full page because it gives you a lot of space to do things. So that is how this one is laid out. It is very different than any of the other lesson planners, which I actually really like. It's very different and makes your brain think outside of the box, which I really appreciate. Then it just goes into the next month. And again, all of the days are each their own day. So you have Thursday, August 1st, Friday, August 2nd. It goes through all of the months. So this one is rather thick because it has one page for each day. And so this goes to June, but there are no like teachery grade pages or anything like that. So this one essentially you could use as a lesson planner. You wouldn't have anything else in it in terms of you wouldn't be able to keep track of like sub information, student information, behavior, parent contact, grades, accommodation, modification, tracking, goals, any of that you wouldn't keep track of in here unless you found a way to adapt one of the pages for that. This would be more of like a personal day planner, I guess, which is the day designer, design your own day. Now it all makes sense. But you could use it as a lesson planner. It just wouldn't have all the other teachery pages with it. So this is the day designer. Now, thinking back to all of the planners that I just reviewed, aside from the one that I created, which one do I like the best that I feel like as a base without adding anything extra into it, given its capabilities, which would I choose? I don't remember which one I chose last year. And again, I won't choose my own because I built that and I feel like that's unfair. So I will leave that one out of it, but I think, it might be the Plum Planner or the Happy Planner. I like the Happy Planner, but I said without adding anything into it. So they probably tie for me. The Happy Planner is definitely cheaper, but the Happy Planner I think overall wins if I can add things into it. Even though you can add things into the Plum Planner, I like that I can get the punch and put any, like I can put data sheets in here. I can copy one of these pages and add into it. I don't have to worry about this is spiral bound. I can't punch anything and add it to it. The Happy Planner discs I can do that with. So I really like that. So aside from the IEP planner that I have built for you, I like the Happy Planner best. But again, you can prep your IEP lesson planner with the Happy Planner discs. So I hope that this teacher planner review for the 2024-2025 school year was helpful for you and helped you see inside some of the planners that you have maybe been looking at or heard about, but you didn't want to purchase to see if it would be good for you. That is the whole purpose and why I do this lesson planner review every single year. So thank you so much. For those of you that are here live and those of you that are watching the replay before the end of day, Friday, June 7th, 2024, what I want you to do in the comment section of this video, right here where you are, is leave what is the one thing that you are looking forward to next school year. That's all I want to hear. I will pick however many planners that I've purchased, and y'all will get to pick which planner you would like. So do this. What is one thing you're very excited about for next school year, looking forward to most, and then which planner would you like to win? That's what I need to know. So leave that in the comments, those two things. And then at the end, I will probably pick winners on Monday, but this will end tomorrow, Friday, at the end of day, Friday, June 7th, 2024. And so I will pick winners for each of the planners. I will send them out to you and you won't have to purchase them because I do not need all these planners and I would love to gift them to you for those of you going into the classroom this coming school year. If there is a planner that I did not review this year and you're like, oh man, I wish you would have done it, check last year's teacher planner review. I'm gonna link it below this video so you can go check that out and see in the list of that video description what videos I reviewed last year to see if the one that you wanted me to review this year is there. Next year, stay here in this VIP group or follow Mrs. D's Corner on social media because before I purchase any planners, I ask for your advice. Which planners would you like for me to purchase to review for you? And then I usually pick like the top 8, 9, or 10. And so that's how I picked all of these planners this year to showcase to you this year. So again, I hope that this was very helpful for you in choosing the right lesson planner for your school year coming up. I hope you have a great rest of your summer and I will see y'all soon.